told me I had a beautiful voice.
Yeah, I can never forget how pretty your voice is.
That wasn't my voice you heard. It isn't capable of creating such beauty. The real me could never sound like that.
But I did hear you.
No, the song and the voice you heard aren't mine. They belong to someone very close to me.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
They're a part of my other self. Lycoris.
Lycoris?
She was a separate part of me, my better half. I am the one who's responsible for robbing her of everything that she really was.
Wait, just back up a second. This doesn't make any sense at all.
Of course it doesn't. I'm sorry, Rean.
I just don't understand who this Lycoris is.
You know the story behind Reimu and how she's an artificial life form created by the gods and demons for experimentation, right?
Yeah, and I don't care whose life the research is saving. Using Primula as a guinea pig is just wrong to me.
Reimu isn't the first. It took them a few times to get exactly what they wanted, and there were 2 artificial life forms created before her.
Then you're telling me they actually have 3 innocent beings locked up for experimentation?
No. The first was a girl chosen from among the demons. They planned to reinforce her body. This would allow her to control great magic. However, her body couldn't tolerate the intensified magic, and it consumed her and everyone in the laboratory. Obviously, the research team learned their lesson. They realized they needed the participation of someone who already possessed powerful magic. They needed a girl almost as powerful as the ruler of the demons.
I'm not sure I want to hear this.
They needed me. Of course, my father would never allow them to risk putting me in such danger, so the research team was left with no alternative but to duplicate my cells and produce another me.
You mean they cloned you?
And then created Lycoris. She was a nice girl. She knew she was created to be an experimental subject, but that never stopped her from smiling. Oh, Marianne, what's the matter? I'm okay. I hope that you start feeling better soon. Father told me the reason I'm always getting sick is because my magic is too powerful and my body hasn't grown enough to handle it yet. Don't worry, Marianne. I won't let anything happen. I'll make you better, I promise. If the experiments on me go as planned, they say they'll be able to cure any illness, no matter what. So I know they'll be able to make you better. I hope so. I know! How about I sing you a song to take your mind off how you feel? From the first time that we met, I knew we'd be the best of friends. I knew that you were someone who... Somebody once told me the experiments were excruciating. If that's true, then she never once let on that she was in such pain.
She must have been strong.
Lycoris was very kind, too. The experiments began to grow more frequent. She rarely left the lab, and I began to see less and less of her. She must have been so lonely at first, but that's when she met Reimu.
So Primula knew Lycoris?
She was practically Reimu's sister, and for a while they were all they had.
Has her condition improved at all?
We're trying everything we can, but there is the possibility that she'll never regain consciousness.
Then we're nearing the point where we only have one option left to save her.
Yes, we believe that if we reset her emotions, then the changes will potentially revive her.
An unfortunate loss.
But, Sire, Primula is simply an independent life form. She has neither siblings, nor parents, nor any emotional attachments. There's no one to mourn.
You don't know what you're talking about! That's not true, now is it? Primula.
Hello. My name's Lycoris. What's your name? Primula. Primula, huh? It's nice to meet you. Though we may be far apart, our paths will cross again some shining day. We're beneath the same blue sky, and the wind carries our love. Lycoris.
I see. I like knowing Primula had someone to care for her. I had no idea. So what happened to Lycoris? Is she still with Primula in the lab? They're not still conducting experiments on her, are they?
Licorice no longer exists. Right now, I'm all that's left of her. Licorice, she sacrificed herself in order to save my life, Rean. I hope Narane's alright. I'm sure she's okay. She's got Rean with her. Right, I'm sure she's fine. I'm sorry. I feel like this is my fault. I shouldn't have been so harsh. Oh, you weren't. I'm ashamed, Asa. You were being honest. See, I was trying to be considerate of Rean's feelings towards Reimu. But when I heard what you said, I realized I was fooling myself into thinking that. I knew he was pretty broken up about Reimu, but maybe we should have been a little more— No way! I think you two had every right to say to him what you did. You were just concerned for him. Considering the condition Reimu's in, going to see her could potentially be very dangerous. Trust me, I'm aware of that. So I can understand your reluctance. You just care about him and you didn't want him to get hurt. But there are some things that are more important than that, and there are times when a person has to take a risk. Especially for someone you care about. I'm being unusually serious today, huh? How about I make us some tea? That's okay, I can get it. I got it. I know this house well and... What happened? Asa, what's wrong?
She sacrificed herself? Really?
Yes.
But why?
Since Licorice was my clone, her life was unstable. The technology for cloning in the demon world isn't exactly perfect. It's not much better than the human technology. So her physical structure was already somewhat volatile, and the experiments on her only made it worse.
Then why didn't anyone stop the experiments?
She was born with a body that was never going to live for very long. And even though you'd never guess it by how happy she was, she must have known. Around that time, I came down with a serious illness.
There must be something you can do! Not even our healing magic is working for her. I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do. That can't be right. Licorice.
I want you to use my life to save her. If you give her my remaining life energy, then she'll have enough strength to recover.
Yes, Licorice was cloned by extracting vitality from Narane. If we return that original life force taken from her, we should be able to save her. Yes. Wait, if we do that, you won't be able to...
I know what'll happen. But all that matters to me is saving the life of someone I care about. Licorice and I became one. And because she gave me her life, I am all that's left. My life is what remains of Licorice.
I see.
And if that wasn't enough, I took even more from her. I took who she was. There was something my father and the doctors didn't realize about transferring her life to me.
What?
When our two lives were merged, I inherited all of Licorice's traits, everything that made her who she was. I absorbed her memories and her emotions, all of her talents. The singing voice you so greatly praised isn't even mine. Her voice was known throughout the entire world of the demons. It left no one unmoved. I stole the thing that made her beautiful.
Narane, you can't blame yourself.
But I did steal it from her. I robbed her of her life. And I stole her voice, the one thing she cherished the most. No, there's something even worse. I took something even more precious than her singing voice, Rean.
What was it?
I took her...
Tell me.
I'm sorry. I just don't think I could handle losing somebody close to me again.
But, Narane,
I've already let one person I love die, and I could never forgive myself if I were to let the same happen to Reimu, but I don't know if there's anything I can... I'm sorry, Rean.
Narane! I'm home.
Rean, something terrible happened. It's Asa. Yes? Oh, hi, Rean.
How's Asa? Is she feeling better?
Yeah, she's feeling okay now. I guess she must have fainted earlier and scared poor Kaide half to death, but there's nothing to worry about. She's sleeping soundly right now. No problem. Her health has always been fragile, so stuff like this used to happen a lot when she was younger.
What do you mean her health is fragile?
No, really. It's nothing to worry about. I promise you she's fine.
Wait, Amma, are you sure?
I'm sorry. The soup I made for her is still heating on the stove. I really need to go. Bye, Rean.
I don't know what to think about that. Well, Amma said that Asa's doing okay now.
Thank goodness. Is something wrong?
Oh no, I'm just really exhausted.
I don't ever want to lose a person I care about again! Not ever!
Was I wrong? The only thing I could think of was going to see Primo. And I ignored everybody else. I was only trying to help her. But I was so fixated on it that I couldn't see that I was hurting the people around me.
Can I come in? Hey there, want coffee?
Sure. What's the matter?
Nothing?
Kaede?
Yeah?
Thanks for the coffee.
And you call yourselves potential girlfriends for Rean? I mean, what do you say to that?
Poor Asa. I wish you were here. You'd know what to do.
Rean, what's up with Narine? I haven't seen her.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's not like her to miss school. Did she catch a cold or something?
If that's the case, I'll do my best to restore her health. I won't even leave her bed until she's better.
Don't you mean leave her bedside?
No, I don't think it's a cold or anything.
Well, has she been moody lately? It could be her time of the...
Rean, is there something you're not telling us?
Maybe.
No, Asa is absent today.
Oh, she is?
You look a little worried about her.
No, I'm sure she's fine. I just kind of needed her advice on something. It's nothing important. I'll just talk to her tomorrow.
You could always just go see her instead of waiting.
Huh?
If you need to ask her for some advice, why don't you just go visit her, Rean?
No, it's nothing.
I'm sure Asa wants to see you as much as you want to see her.
Yeah, I suppose. I guess I'll go see her.
Thanks for dropping in to check on me. I've been so freaking bored.
How are you feeling?
I think it's just heat exhaustion. Kinda sad since being energetic is my only redeeming trait.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Come on! That's when you're supposed to tell me that I have more than one redeeming trait.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you were fishing for compliments. There's also your sense of modesty.
If I wasn't stuck in bed, I'd knock you to the floor with my sense of modesty. You jerk.
But really, I am relieved to see you're all right.
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry to make you worry. So, you gonna tell me what happened? There's something you want to talk about, right?
Am I that obvious?
You don't know the meaning of subtlety. Well, come on and get on with it. Let's hear what it is already.
The truth is...
Narine, I'm leaving for the demon world.
It's Reimu.
No, there still haven't been any new developments with Primula's condition. Shin has something he needs to discuss with me that can't wait. Well, if anything happens, I will call you. Try to get some rest now, okay?
I see. So Narine said that?
Yeah. And it's not like I've changed my mind about wanting to see Primula. I mean, she's part of my family. I feel like I have to be there for her. But
But what?
honestly, I just don't know what to do anymore.
Rean, listen. You do realize I'm not making some thoughtless decision by recommending you go see Reimu, right?
Well, sure.
I understand her pain. I've been there.
What are you talking about?
There was a time in my life when I was basically a prisoner to my own body, and I hated my mother for it. This was before I met you and Kaede. I had some pretty serious health problems when I was a kid. I was sick all the time, but even when I wasn't, my body was in so much pain I rarely went to school. delicious soup, and it's chock full of nutrients. So it'll help you get back on your feet in no time. Well, it's a beautiful day. Let's open these curtains. Get some healthy sunlight in here. Don't open them! But Elsa... I don't want them open, stupid! Oh, sorry. Well, I think you'll like the soup. I tried using some apples and honey to sweeten it up for you, and it turned out pretty delicious. You must be hungry. Try some. Here, I'll blow on it so it's not too hot for you, okay? There. I don't want it! Stop it! Why did you give me a body like this? Awesome. Why does it always hurt so much? I just want to be like everyone else. It's all your fault I'm suffering. You made me this way. I'm in so much pain. I wish I'd never even been born. I wish you never had me. Sorry. What's wrong? Are you all right? All the other kids have healthy bodies, except for me. Because of you, I'm going to die! Pretty awful, isn't it? Just thinking about it makes me want to slap myself.
Elsa's one of the most cheerful and energetic people I know. I never would have imagined that she'd gone through something like that.
Sorry to unload that on you.
No, I had no idea, Elsa.
Well, of course you didn't. You're the first person I felt comfortable enough to share that with. Really. I was awful. But no matter what, my mother never got mad. No, all she ever did was sit by my side and comfort me. And even when things got their worst, she never stopped smiling for me. Seeing how strong she was, and how much she cared for me, I promised myself that I would become as strong as my mother and never lose my smile. She's the reason I got better. It wasn't medicine or doctors. It was because I had somebody that would do everything they could to show me how much they loved me. Because I had somebody that would stick by my side no matter what. I became the person that I am today.
I'm an idiot, aren't I? Primala. She needs me and I'm not there. I can't believe I even hesitated about going to see her. I've just acted so selfishly.
Yeah.
I couldn't have seen that without you. Thank you, Elsa.
Here, take this with you.
What?
I want you to take this since I'm stuck in bed and I can't go with you. My mother gave it to me and I've always worn it to remind me of her love and her strength. It's always given me courage and I think it'll help you get through this too.
Courage. I know this is tough for you, but I need you to let me go see Primala. I've made up my mind, and no matter what risks might be involved, I have to go see her.
But... listen, even if you're scared, you have to allow him to do this or you're gonna regret it. Freeman is waiting. Okay. I understand. It would be wrong of me not to take you.
Narine, thank you. So this is the gate, huh? Hang on. We're coming for you, Primala.